Good morning, time now 6:21. Well, as part of your New Year's resolutions, many people like to switch up their diet, start eating a little healthier, and it can be a lot easier than you might think.
7 and 4's Holly Baker joins us live in the studio this morning with a guest from Munson Medical Center to show us some simple eating tips and how you can really improve your eating habits this new year.
That's right. Good morning. We're into the second week of January, and that means the second week of New Year's resolutions. And what people don't realize is that you can get healthy not just in the gym, but also in the kitchen. So I'm here with registered dietitian Diane Roach from Munson with some tips on how you can get healthy and stay healthy, right? What are some ways that people can kind of get healthy in their eating habits without feeling like they're on an awful diet?
Well, we have a new approach actually we're offering this year called intuitive eating, and there's actually a revised book out, fresh off the market, and next Tuesday, January 15th, there will be a program at Munson Community Health Center.
Right.
The idea behind this is that sometimes the word diet for a lot of people is not such a good word.
It's a scary word.
Right, and they're looking for a quick fix, and they're going to something to tell them exactly what to eat, and eventually they fall off of the diet, and it's not really helping them learn how to eat well.
Right.
So this approach is much different. It's
the intuitive approach.
The intuitive approach is more about learning to honor your hunger and your preferences, listen to your fullness, sort of make peace with food.
Peace with food. Something that a lot of us need to do.
And find what's truly satisfying for you, and getting a good balance along the way.
A good balance. So what are some kind of tips, like we were talking before, like starting your day off with just a simple glass of water?
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about the coffee in our country, because I think caffeine has really gone up in intake, and coffee houses are everywhere.
Right.
We're all trying to go 24/7.
Right, everyone's trying to do it all, and they think, oh, I'll just refill my coffee cup,
right,
and then we'll...
And the problem is that coffee doesn't hydrate us, and we need at least 6 cups of liquid a day.
Right, so, and pop doesn't count either.
Pop, well, pop can count, but there's a lot of sugar and a lot of high fructose corn syrup in pop. So this is what you're holding there is a good alternative to pop if you like fizzy things. It's Faygo flavored sparkling water.
Okay.
And there's also LaCroix canned waters that are only flavor and fizz. And then just good old-fashioned water. I do encourage, we wake up dehydrated, so I do encourage 1 cup a day first thing in the morning before you start your coffee, and then maybe taking a cup between each. A cup of water between each cup of coffee.
So throughout the day. Definitely. So you've got your seminar that you are doing next Tuesday, January 15th. It's at Munson. It's free to the public, but they would prefer everyone call ahead and register at 231-935-9265. So I want to thank you so much for joining me, Diane. We're going to stick around and keep getting some great tips.
As part of the New Year's resolutions, many people like to switch things up with their diets and try to eat a little bit healthier, and that can be a lot easier to change than you might think.
That's right. 7 and 4's Holly Baker joins us live in studio this morning with a guest from Munson Medical Center to show you how you can make simple eating changes and also live a healthier lifestyle.
Eating healthy doesn't have to be a chore, as we've learned so far from Diane Roach, who's joining me live in the studio, a registered dietitian from Munson, who's giving us some tips about this great, from this great book about intuitive eating and making it feel not like a diet, but more just like a healthy lifestyle. So what are some other tips that people can kind of start their New Year's off right with?
Well, one thing is to try to eat 3 meals a day.
3 meals.
Really does make a difference for your energy level. And a lot of times I find people are busy in the morning.
Right.
So some real easy thing you could do is make a big batch of your own trail mix with your own favorite whole grain cereal, some nuts or seeds, and some dried fruit. Just put it in a bunch of Ziploc bags. You can eat it wherever you're going.
On the trail?
On the trail. Greek yogurt is also another easy to grab and high protein item that holds you well, so either for breakfast or for snacks in the afternoon when you're kind of feeling that lull. Another thing people could look at, a lot of times we find just doing one step, working on just one thing.
Right.
Including a little more fruits and vegetables.
Pretty basic, but something to be reminding of.
Right.
Definitely need to get in those fruits and vegetables.
Right, and now that we have the frozen vegetables that are so easy and so many more of them, that can be, saves you all the prep work.
Okay.
And really makes it good for quicker
So quicker
choices.
for people who even are on the go and they say, I don't have time. you have a few extra minutes to do it correctly.
That's right.
And that's just eating intuitively. And what I really like about it is that you're saying things like, you know, making peace with food, because it's kind of, there's emotion to it as well. But what is it that it really means to make peace with food? Can you explain that a little?
Well, the intuitive eating book and program that you're referring to really is a new approach for people who are burned out from dieting.
Right.
That just has not really helped them to learn how to nourish themselves well and satisfied. So the idea of making peace with food is to get rid of the diet mentality and to just look at your, you know, it's kind of a process of looking at your life and your approach to eating and coming up with a more balanced approach for you.
Keeping it balanced and just feeling healthy overall. That was great. So we've got, you know, drinking more water. You can still have coffee, but kind of put some water in there too.
Yeah, good idea.
You know, stay away from the sugary drinks, eating 3 meals a day. And you're going to talk about all this and more at your seminar, which is next week, next Tuesday, January 15th at Munson. It's in the Community Health Library, or it's you call them to register, since it is free to the public, but they'd like you to register, and it's with you, and it'll be a great way to start off your what's called a new approach to eating. Not dieting, just a new approach, right?
Righto.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Diane.
Thank you.
Let's send it